network with relevant programming across the beloved community, connecting people through shared experiences and collective power for lasting impact beyond these challenging times.
We are talking about this cat right now. It's funny you played that.
Honorable mention.
Let them feel where you come from.
I think we're not going to have any of the melanin deficient on the list tonight, but maybe we should have. John B. Tupac. Are you down? Let's go. Come on.
Girl, it's alright. Are you still there for me now? 'Cause it's there in your eyes. Still there for me. I can see that you want me. Are you still there for me now? By the way that you smile. Yeah, are you still there for me? Left once again at home. Another night on your own. Ain't no fun in love if you're loving alone. How does it feel to be useless? Oh no. Tell her. Can you recall how close we used to be then? Can you still remember those feelings again? Seems like every time I see you, there's a tear in your eye. Time to make some decisions or go dying inside.
Saw that.
Tell them all, call me a fool.
All right, checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580 inside the Heat 16 right now, trying to rank the 16 greatest male R&B artists of the 1990s from 16 to 1. Then we'll break it down Final Four style, try to come up with a champion by the end of the show. It's going to be tight. We'll try. Somebody put in the comments right now, I think it's Forrest, he said Jennifer Hudson came in 7th place. You got to put her at number 3. I'm surprised we forgot about Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, because she's transitioned. She was never like an R&B. She became popish, and she got her own pop talk show now.
And she has an Oscar, okay?
And she has an Oscar. I almost forgot about, did she win an Oscar?
She won an Oscar for Dreamgirls,
For Dreamgirls?
man. Yeah, sure did. So we got to give it to her. I think she's 10 times better than Fantasia. I watched Dreamgirls again for the first time in
Singing?
years.
You mean a better singer?
Her voice is so pure in that movie. I couldn't believe how
she's-
great a singer Jennifer Hudson is. In
And
that
wait, Jennifer Hudson didn't win.
She came in 7th place.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson is,
She is
Talk
the
about
truth.
winners.
Matter of fact, remember Simon said when she came back on that show and they did an anniversary show, he says, I got this one wrong.
Right.
He said, I ain't gonna front. I
But
don't
you
know
know
what we were thinking.
They become more successful, it seems like, when they win, when they don't.
You think she wouldn't have popped if she had won that thing?
Yeah, it's because they put them in some kind of contract or something. I know,
Yeah.
because I can't name anybody that got an actual album from The Voice.
I gotta be honest too, though. Jennifer Hudson's musical career,
Yeah,
has it ever really got going the way that it should? She got that song Spotlight.
Yeah,
And
that was one of her
Living
hottest.
Your Spotlight.
Yeah,
Ooh, ooh.
after I thought that would have been the opener, but yeah, Jennifer. I can't listen to a whole Jennifer Hudson album.
Why? Too much?
It's just after a while, like it's different. It's different. Like I can listen to Aretha Franklin all day.
So it's not the runs that she goes on. What is it?
No, well, Aretha has tone.
You don't think Jennifer Hudson has tone?
Tone. Well, it's not that Jennifer doesn't have tone. It's like, what can you stand to hear? Like, it's certain artists that they're cool, but I can't listen to a whole thing of them. I can listen to certain artists running, it's no problem.
Can you listen to Mariah Carey?
Yeah, but Mariah knows how to make music that people listen to.
Okay.
That's kind of a Miles Davis thing.
Okay.
He knew how. He was like, yeah, we can make jazz and stuff, but you gotta make jazz that people listen to. You know, so
It's really good.
thank you.
You're quite the impressionist,
Miles
man.
Davis.
I didn't know you had it like that. By the way, we are up,
Number 8.
We're up to number 8 right now. And by the way, let me recap the list real fast for those that are just tuning in. 16 was Gerald Levert, 15 Dave Hollister, 14 is Cisco, 13 Raphael Sadiq, 12 Bobby Brown, 11 Babyface, 10 Keith Sweat, 9 Brian McKnight. We're up to number 8.
My number 8 is Stokely from Mint Condition.
Crap.
Can you pull anything up from Mint Condition? You don't even have to pull up Pretty Brown Eyes. You can pull up anything from Mint Condition. Pull up.
He will eventually.
Forever in Your Eyes. Forever in Your Eyes. Girl, I wanna hold you.
He's amazing.
Your head on my shoulder. Stokely. Yeah, and Stokely is an artist I can listen to, and he runs and stuff like that, but he has just the right amount of tone.
He takes it way up though.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he's
like on what is that? What kind of man would
yes.
I? Oh
yes.
my God, he is amazing on that track.
What kind of guy would you be?
Oh my God.
Oh Lord,
that's Jimmy Jam Terry
Lord.
Lewis, right?
Yes.
My God.
Actually, yeah, they produced that. They produced the first album.
I listened to them on. You listen to Questlove Supreme?
Yes.
Yeah, and they had Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on there, and I guess they were having problems with the label, and Mint Condition was part of their label, and they said the record company wouldn't pay for their music videos, wouldn't pay for the studio time, and they came out of their pockets and created Mint Condition, and look what we got.
Phew.
Them cats, man. I think that's the last black band, is it not?
Roots.
Okay, Roots still doing it.
But yeah, the Roots and the newer black bands like the old school cats still traveling. But yeah, Mint Condition. I can't name to. What? Yeah, that's no. What are some black bands that's still rocking? Mint Condition, singing band. Yeah,
that's
Mint
probably it,
is
right?
just crazy.
Here's my number 8, and I can't believe you don't have them on your list. Genuine.
Do I have to put A+ on it? Because you're gonna put Genuine up against now.
Okay, come on.
Talking about body of work.
Here's why I win.
You win?
Here's why I win this one. Okay, and I dug this out to make sure because I thought we might battle on this one. Genuine has sold roughly 10 million albums, and Genuine received the Urban Music Icon Award at the 2021 Black Music Honors. His hits include Pony, In Those Jeans, So Anxious, Differences, Stingy, Same Old G, and let's not even talk about how he ripped that verse on The Best Man I Could Be. Come on. Stokely is in a band. Never went solo. Got a couple solo cuts.
We talking about, now we're going back to solo.
We have to in this case, though, don't we? You gonna put Stokely above Genuine?
I'm thinking I'm in the singer mode right now, so you got it. My next 7 are singers. So if we not talking about singing,
I think mine are.
I might lose.
I think mine are too, for the most part.
We put that over there.
You guys tell me in the thread, right? By the way, they're saying.
All right. Who you saying? Stokely or Genuine?
It's 50-50 right now. You guys tell me in the thread who should get it, Genuine or Stokely. Andy, where you at?
It's easy.
Why is it easy? Go ahead.
Genuine.
I say that.
Yeah. It's easy.
But Stokely could blow. Man.
Stokely could blow, but you guys are talking about body of work. You're talking about artistry.
Yeah.
And when you think about when you think about the early 90s, you could give it to Mint Condition.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say from like 95 onward.
That is Genuine.
That's Genuine, Timbo, Aaliyah, all them. So I got to give it to Genuine.
All right. Genuine wins that one by the skin of his little skinny sliding off the jeans teeth.
Number 7.
KC of Jodeci.
Woo. Yeah. Why?
Why? Well, for me, this is personal because I was never a huge Boyz II Men fan. I understand they had good music. They crushed everything.
And you like R&B that crosses over to pop. That right there is the quintessential R&B pop.
I don't always like R&B to cross over.
Okay.
I like all music, but in the 90s, it was something about the hip hop, the griminess of hip hop, stuff like that. And Jodeci came out with some hoodies and some boots on, talking about "Forever My Lady."
Yeah.
And I had never. And the New Jack Swing was like. I'm sorry. Devontae Swing,
producing all that stuff,
was ridiculous. It was like "Forever My Lady" killed. Shoot, I voted for "You and I" to be my our theme at our prom, and it was.
Wow.
It was so I was just a huge Jodeci fan. The singing, they had all the.
You can't say all them cats can sing because Devontae can't sing to save.
No. I'm just talking about JoJo and KC carried everything.
Okay.
But the production, the image. Jodeci was just ridiculous.
You got Jodeci above Boyz II Men?
Well, I have nobody from Boyz II Men.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
You broke out the conversation. You don't want to mention Boyz II Men.
Yeah, I like Jodeci.
How did you like Jodeci above Boyz II Men?
Because I was into, I can't
you
say,
ain't no
I
gangster.
can't cuss.
You ain't no gangster, though.
No, but it was sex and music. Boyz II Men had ooh, ah.
10,
ooh,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Injection, fellas. Did Jodeci say anything about injecting? No.
Jodeci said fiending.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jodeci, come and talk to me.
I really want to make you. That's
but don't it be alone? Let's be alone. Ride and Slide. I named a tour after Ride and Slide. No, freaking you.
Oh, I wanna freak you. Wow.
Jodeci was sex. Every time I close my eyes, but Jodeci was sex
I just wake
music.
Up. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
My whole computer shut down when I said sex music. Sex music, Jodeci.
All I'm saying is, Boyz II Men were breaking records, man.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean, if we talk
What do
about
you mean that's all good? It's record breaking.
because they were popish. They were bow ties. Doom doom
First
da
of all,
da. Bow ties.
End of the Road was not a pop song. It crossed over to pop because it was so good.
But that was Babyface.
It came in, broke Elvis's record.
But that End of the Road and
Then they came and broke their own record again with Mariah Carey. Remember?
Yeah, gotcha. I'm talking about sex music right now. You don't understand. I'm talking about hot butt nakedness on the music. Every time I close my eyes.
Wake up feeling so horny.
Man, Jodeci, you can just put, I can't leave you alone. Got me feeling.
As a heater.
Come on.
When we come forward, can I take out Jodeci's KC with my selection? I'm going to say yes.
Oh, man,
And I will tell you on the other side, 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580, Heat 16 with Troy Rollins inside the Danny Mo Show. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
Middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talents, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis or RA. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a pill for adults with moderate to severe RA when tumor necrosis factor blockers did not work well or could not be tolerated. Xeljanz can help relieve joint pain, swelling, and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections. Don't start if you have one. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections like TB and do blood tests. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, cancers including lymphoma and lung, blood clots, serious heart-related events, tears in the stomach or intestines, and allergic reactions have happened. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of death. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, are prone to infections, or have ever had a heart attack, stroke, clot, or other heart problems, or swelling of lips, tongue, throat, or hives. Ask your doctor about prescription Xeljanz. Visit Xeljanz.com or call 1-844-XELJANZ.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Inside the Heat 16 right now, trying to come up with who is the greatest male R&B artist of all time. We're going over the list right now.
No, not all time. The 90s.
I'm sorry, 90s.
If we said all time, I'd have to say Luther.
You're right. Number 16 was Gerald Levert, 15 Dave Hollister, 14 Cisco, 13 Raphael Sadiq, 12 Bobby Brown, 11 Babyface, 10 Keith Sweat, 9 Brian McKnight, 8 Genuine. And I was looking at the list and I told Troy, looking at this list, only 3 of yours have been selected, all the other ones are mine.
No, that's not true.
I'm just saying.
Gerald Levert is number 16.
Yeah.
Number 14 is Cisco.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Babyface. Yours.
Babyface mine.
Everything else is mine.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, we did tie on that one and moved him up. That's true.
That means we're 4 and 4.
I think we did the same thing with Raphael Sadiq, to be honest with you.
We did. Raphael Sadiq. Well, Nate, wait. Yep.
We did.
We moved Raphael Sadiq up, so I had Raphael Sadiq, so we won.
All right, I got to give it to you. Hey, by the way, I'm surprised that no white people.
Well, you know what?
John B was on my list, and I took him off.
I was thinking about John B, but I was like, I was thinking about here's how I judged it. I judged it according to when I was making slow jam tapes in the late 80s, 89 through 93, 4 actually. I thought about who I was putting on the list, who was, even though a lot of people went different ages, but who was putting out just love music.
Yeah. You mentioned The Cat a few minutes ago. And I was wondering, is that R&B? And you said you think that album was an R&B album, but it was from 1987.
George Michael. Faith album, maybe because we were so, when it came to the 80s, man, we knew about R&B. R&B was soul, but it was like,
I'll be the sea.
R&B could be pop too. I don't know. George Michael just always seemed like he had a little bit of extra soul.
Hunger for me, whatever you ask for, that's what I'll be. That was a heater.
I'll be your father.
Father figure was a heater,
Put
man.
your tiny hand in mine.
Woo! Come on, man. But John B almost got on it, but as soon as I started putting cats down, I said, John B, no disrespect. You're going to have to step off, I'm just saying.
No offense if John B is listening right now.
All right. I told you I was going to tell you. Who was your number 7?
My number 7 was KC of Jodeci.
KC of Jodeci. My number 7 is Maxwell.
Well, that's not even a... that's hard because that's two different...
Let me explain.
Oh, you ain't got to explain Maxwell. Maxwell's going to beat...
I'm saying to the audience. If this was a neo-soul list, Maxwell would win easily. But if you include all of R&B, he ranks high, but outside the top 5. Singer, songwriter, record producer, he rose to prominence following the release of his debut studio album, Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite, in 1996. Widespread acclaim, the whole 9, Ascension, Don't You Ever Wonder. Oh, my God, that's my heater. A little something, something. All that, okay? Bad Habits, Fistful of Tears, Fortunate, Lifetime, and the perfect R&B record, Pretty Wings, which I think is 2000s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all this, the last 5 songs you mentioned were 2000.
So, Fortunate is 90s, sir.
Fortunate?
Yeah.
What was it?
Fortunate is 90s. It's on the Love and Basketball soundtrack. Come on, man.
Is it?
Yes, it is. So, tell me. Andy, this is a tough one, man.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Wait. What y'all talking about?
Who would you say?
This is easy.
Who? You taking KC over Maxwell?
I'm taking KC over Maxwell.
Come on,
100%.
how?
You want to know why?
Why?
When you think about the 90s,
Come on.
you think about KC. You think about, oh, yeah, everything that Troy broke down when he talked about KC.
Yeah.
When I think about Maxwell, I think of more 2000s. He was popping late 90s or whatever, but he blew up in the 2000s.
That Urban Hang Suite album was, every now and then you get a monumental album. Urban Hang Suite it almost did, it didn't do Bobby Brown numbers, but
no.
But Don't Be Cruel, what that did in the 80s kind of destroyed, by the time Bobby Brown released Don't Be Cruel, you kind of forget about the other albums, even though Make It Last Forever came out around that time and all this other stuff. But when
Bobby changed music with that album, the New Jack Swing.
So we agree that KC got number 7.
Andy, that's how you do me. He's a guest, man. You're supposed to be rocking with.
Now it's some women right now using their mind.
Yeah, and by the way, everybody's in the chat saying Maxwell. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I got Maxwell. We'll talk about the list. He's higher up on my list.
Oh, he's on your list.
Oh yeah, he's definitely on my list.
All right, so let me scratch out Maxwell, number 7.
All right, let's go to number 6.
Number 6. Who you got?
Number 6, I got Mr. Wrap My Body Tight, Mr. Johnny Gill.
Wow.
Rub You the Right Way.
Ooh, this gonna be a tough one.
Mr. Fairweather Friend.
Be that to the end.
Mr. My. There you go.
There you go. Again. There you go. Here I come.
Oh, hold up. We doing this. Hold up. Here's where I really feel bad. We doing this, and Stephen Russell from Troop just came in here.
No doubt, really? Yo, I'm a fan. Real talk.
Is that Steve? Hold up.
Is that him? Or you just messing with me?
No, I think that is Steve.
That's him.
Because Steve has so many pages.
Cause spread my wings is my joint.
Look, but Troop had a run, and one of the best. Hey, we talked about R&B Money being one of our favorite podcasts.
Come on,
y'all gotta check out the latest R&B Money. It got Stephen Russell in there. That boy almost had me in tears. So big shout out to my man Stephen Russell from Troop.
And give me.
We gotta get some spread my wings before we get out of here.
Give me an R&B group that could dance better than Troop in the '90s. Go.
No, there is none.
There is none. They could sing and they could dance the behind.
Troop is on tour now and they still dancing.
And I'm gonna say something blasphemous. Some people may disagree. I think they sang "All I Do Is Think of You" better than the Jackson 5.
You know what?
Come on. Am I crazy? Is that blasphemy or what?
You're not crazy.
I'm just saying.
Because they have more pure singings for one, and they sung it older. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Jacksons sung "All I Do Is Think of You" when they were younger than Troop. So yeah. And come on, I don't know if we talked about. Hey, Stephen, we was talking about the best Nehu. That would be the best Nehu.
That's it.
That All I Do Is Think of You was the best Nehu. Nehu.
Okay. I don't know because you
talking about
Stand the Rain with Johnny Gill.
But the Troop Nehu was first with All I Do. So they did the Nehu first.
You're right.
So
forgot about that.
Big shout out Stephen Russell.
You got Johnny Gill at number 6.
Came back in and said, "You still going? You done change your clothes, change them."
Here's my number 6, Stokely. Yeah, Stokely.
Hey, not even paying attention.
Right?
I can't even.
Stokely is not on the list right now. Stokely? We took him off. You took Stokely, and I took Genuine.
Look, we talking about.
You can do the same thing to me that I did to you.
There's no way that Stokely can. Yeah,
my Genuine smashed your Stokely. Your Johnny Gill gonna smash mine.
Yeah,
that's pretty clear.
Johnny
I think.
Gill, yeah.
Andy, you agree? You got to agree with that, right? Tell me,
Yeah.
Johnny Gill is, to me, you could easily make the case that is the purest male R&B voice of the 1990s. Tell me I'm crazy.
No, Johnny Gill. I mean, no offense. And I'm about tone, and Johnny can keep all.
Right. Oh my God.
He can keep all that.
Right.
But yeah, Johnny Gill's voice is just ridiculous, and he proved it on his debut album, Johnny Gill, which came out, I think, 1990.
And I didn't even think about it until they showed it in the New Edition documentary that was on BET, that is the first album that had Babyface, Jimmy Jam, and Terry Lewis. And I think, is Teddy Riley on that album?
Did he produce anything on there? Who produced Rub You the Right Way?
That's Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam?
Yeah.
I don't know,
but he had the 3 biggest. Who was the third producer? But it was the first R&B album ever to have those 3 biggest producers that were hot at that time on the same album.
They had them on. We loved looking at the album notes when they had but
it's an incredible album. And Jimmy Jam, on that interview we were talking about with Questlove Supreme, he says that you know how he goes on that run at the end of that song "Boys to Men" on the Any Heartbreak album, and he just just going crazy, all ad-lib that entire thing.
Yeah, grown man stuff. Grown man. He was doing grown man stuff as a kid.
Absolutely phenomenal. So number 6, we're going with Johnny Gill. Give me your number 5.
My number 5 is Will Downing. Will Downing.
I like Will Downing. Can't believe you got him that high, though. Please state your case.
He's one of my all-time favorite vocalists, singers, pure baritone.
You gonna call that R&B?
Will Downing? What would you call it? I mean, R&B soul.
Yes, it's almost soul, almost jazz, almost, right?
Well, he's just because he has some of the baddest musicians and all.
Phenomenal.
His musicians on his album, but yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing negative about him.
Crazy.
He's amazing.
I try. Oh my God.
But you got him number 5 in the 90s, Will Downing?
Yeah. My 90s.
Obviously,
because he was on all. Will Downing was on all my tapes, all my slow jam tapes.
But you left Genuine off the list, and you got Will Downing on your list.
Genuine was popcorn music to me.
Oh,
that wasn't no real.
Oh my God!
It was either love or sex.
Oh my God!
And Genuine didn't.
You just pumped up KC for 15 minutes talking about love and sex, and you gonna diss Genuine for doing the same thing.
Genuine just seemed popcorny. No, I said no, because I'm love and sex. Genuine didn't. I like. No offense.
In those jeans.
Yeah, but by the time what year
Pony?
did In Those Jeans come out? Let me pull this up.
In Those Jeans got to be probably right at 2000. Yeah.
Well, that's not even the 90s.
I'm just saying.
We have to disqualify.
We just talk about the catalog, the type of music he was singing.
No, we were talking about the 90s. The 90s. Yeah, I got Will Downing up.
You can't.
So who you got for number 5? Come on.
KC from Jodeci.
But I thought we had KC at number 7.
We do, but I have KC.
Who's KC? I mean, it's Jodeci.
Do we keep Will Downing at that? We got to shift it around a little bit. I can't have Will Downing at number 5, can we?
Hey, well, shout out to my guy Will Downing.
This is how
you
do it.
Go to the LA Radio Now YouTube channel.
I'm
and
not
see my
saying,
interview with Will.
but he's gonna get slaughtered in the next round. Though is all I'm saying.
Well,
so
we got to see. We got to see what the bracket.
That's how the seedings
Gonzaga.
go, right?
Is it Gonzaga?
It's Gonzaga. Gonzaga ain't never gonna get no title, huh?
Right.
I think we can fit in a number 4 before we go here.
All right, come on.
Number 4.
Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. Okay.
Who you got for number 4?
My number 4 is.
It just sounds like it ain't somebody good.
I lost my spot.
Oh, shoot.
My number 4 is Johnny Gill.
Oh.
So, see, now it's getting dicey.
Yeah.
So we got Brian McKnight versus Johnny Gill.
Well, they both won.
Yeah.
Previously. So
do we take someone that was disqualified, like a Joe?
This is what's gonna happen during the break.
Yeah.
Pick 2 of their songs?
Nope.
Oh.
Pick a different artist. Both of you guys.
That's not on the list already?
That's not on the list. In other words,
that's not on the list.
I say we put Joe in there. Just put Joe in there. And if he loses in the next round, he just does.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Whatever honorable mentions you guys had, that should be the replacement.
Well, I ain't going Lil G from Silk. That just ain't gonna happen.
Mentions, he's talking about either Luther Vandross, Prince with Luther Vandross. My honorable mentions is Luther Vandross, Prince, and Michael because they were.
Okay, now just find another R&B artist.
Right.
We can do that. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we'll try to get the list because, man, we getting to the top. It's getting really dicey. We will see who we will choose to put in that 4th slot. We're inside the Heat 16. My man Troy Rawlings is inside the building. We're also inside the YouTube feed as well. A whole lot of people. Marcus Atticus said, no way Will Downing number 5. No way. And
how old is Marcus?
I don't know. And you know what Forrest said?
I bet he's in his 30s.
Forrest just gave us the answer. No, Marcus just gave us the answer too. Eric Benet or D'Angelo?
No, not well.
Neither.
Well, we got to stay in our list because I got D'Angelo higher up.
1-800-920-1580. Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 1580 right now. News and traffic. Stay down.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A mural is being created in Springfield, Massachusetts to honor Oscar-winning costume designer Ruth Carter. She was the first black woman to win 2 Academy Awards for her work on the Black Panther movies. Carter virtually joined a press conference at City Hall this week where it was announced that the mural will be going up at the Rebecca Johnson School. Several companies are vowing to end surprise junk fees following pressure from the Biden administration. President Biden announced recently Ticketmaster parent company Live Nation and SeatGeek agreed to commit to show all fees up front for ticket purchases starting in September. The move is the latest in the administration's push to nix junk fees, which are costs tacked on at the end of purchases, often for concert tickets, travel, and rentals. The president said he believes the fees are, quote, just wrong. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Calling all night owls, Buffalo Wild Wings is open late. Fill up on some tasty apps with an ice cold tall beer starting at $4. Late night food and drinks start at $4 from 10 till close at B-Dubs. Limited time at participating locations. Offers, days, and times may vary. Drink responsibly. Void where prohibited. Tax and fees extra.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Boldly taking talk radio where it has never gone before. New vistas, new voices, new views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
The pandemic may be over, but many Angelinos could be at risk of losing the place they call home. It's important to know your rights as a residential renter in the city of LA. Did you know eviction protection still exists for unpaid COVID-19 rental debt that was due before March 31st, 2023? And that you have 5 days to respond to an eviction notice, also known as an unlawful detainer. Learn more about your rental rights at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
As a dentist, I know what my patients are saying when they really can't speak. She says her gums have been bleeding. Is there anything you can do? Absolutely. You can try New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Yup, New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore is professionally designed to start healing gums from day one. Right. Healthy gums, healthy mouth.
Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Smile, Crest has you covered.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Lowe's knows the best deals for Dad. That's why this Father's Day, you can shop our best gifts from the brands he loves, like Craftsman, for less. Right now, get a V20 drill or impact driver kit for just $69. And save $50 on a V20 string trimmer and blower combo kit, now only $99. Shop Father's Day deals today, in-store and online. Lowe's knows dads. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 6/14 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Woo!
Come on now.
One of the few songs, one note, and you know who it is.
Pretty brown eyes, you know I see you.
And I think the drummer on the album is the lead singer.
Wow.
I think Stokely is playing the drums on it.
Keep holding on to your thoughts of rejection. If you're with me, you're secure. You keep telling me that your time is always taken. I keep seeing you out alone.
Out alone. deserved. I don't know.
Breaking my
That is that mint condition lead singer Stokely, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis inside the Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 1580, got the Heat 16 going with Troy Rollins right now, and we've made a determination on who's going to occupy the number 4 slot, and you just heard his voice. We're going to drop Stokely in the number 4 slot.
And that was the judges, the refs. We looked at the body. Somebody that was in and out. It was close. It was between Stokely and Joe, but Stokely made it through because Joe didn't make it past 9, but Stokely was in the top 8 or something like that. So
That's crazy that Joe has lost twice tonight.
yeah, a couple people lost twice tonight. It fell off the list.
So here's the updated list, okay? Number 16, Gerald Levert. Number 15, Dave Hollister. 14, Cisco. 13, Raphael Sadiq. 12, Bobby Brown. 11, Babyface. 10, Keith Sweat. 9, Brian McKnight. 8, Genuine. 7, KC from Jodeci. 6, Johnny Gill. 5, Will Downing. Too high, in my opinion, but okay. 4 is Stokely. Gimme yo, number 3. We got 20 minutes left here. We got to get this done.
Maxwell.
Okay.
Maxwell was my number 3.
I'm surprised you got him that high.
Maxwell. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, man. I'm East Coast. Maxwell, I know what. Plus, I look at concerts.
Mm-hmm.
When Maxwell came out, the Urban Hang Suite tour, and he came out, everywhere he went, he sold out.
I've seen him 3 times in concert. He's phenomenal. I was at the Midsummer. What's the name of that concert?
The one at the Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
Good God.
God, it was phenomenal.
Good God.
It was dang near a spiritual
I was there
experience.
with, I think I had white, white linen on with no drawers. I was there with 3 women.
I'll
Shout
take
out to
things
Coco
I
and all.
didn't need to know for $500, Alex.
I was trying to look like Brian McKnight up that piece, just in case.
Man. and when those bells go, dun, 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 dun,
He loves some pretty wings, obviously. Look at his face. Look at his face.
That's my heater! I don't know.
All right. Who you have number 3?
My number 3 is killing your number 3. Andy, you ready? Because I could go on for hours about
All right,
this
who's your
cat.
number 3?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I'm about to play you. I could go on a run about all the times this man has given me chills, but in the interest of time, I won't. I'll just play this
talking about the 90s.
Wanye from Boys to Men. Listen.
I'll let the judges handle this one because,
You gonna lose this one?
If you had, I'll let the judge handle it.
Look at him.
he's singing the song already.
Andy.
So it's Maxwell
Wanye versus Maxwell. I will let you do the honors because I know you rock with your boy on this one.
It's a little bit tough, right?
No, it is not.
You talking about the 90s? We talking about the 90s, and we talking about a solo. We was talking about the solo artists when it came down to the grit. So you talking about Boys to Men? We know their numbers.
This is only a tougher
we
one
talking about
because
R&B. We
Boyz
talking
II
about
Men,
rhythm and blues.
But Boys to Men is the best-selling
All
R&B
y'all
group of the
YouTubers
90s.
that's still watching, I want y'all opinion on this because y'all might. Is it Wanye or Maxwell? Ladies, when you think about your drawers being wet, or no pant, or the socks toes wet, is it Wanye or Maxwell? I'm talking about rhythm and.
Andy, be the tiebreaker. I'm gonna respect with you because we ain't got a lot of time.
The reason why it's difficult is just exactly what Troy said. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about solo artists.
Yeah.
And although Wanye is probably one of the standouts of Boys to Men.
One of the standouts? He's the standout in it.
Well, he
I'm
runs
rocking with
all
Sean
over the place,
Stockman
but
too.
Sean Stockman is a
Sean,
beast,
he's falsetto. He's up here all the time.
But Sean,
when I get the courage up to love somebody.
Well, he's the first tenor Wanye is Wanye stays.
What you not gonna do? You not gonna do is disrespect Wanye Morris on the show right now.
If we had to put Wanye against Huye, we gonna see if Wanye goes against Huye. Let Wanye go up against Huye.
Andy, come on.
Look,
who?
I'm gonna say this reluctantly.
Yeah.
Because I do like Wanye a little bit more, but I'm gonna have to give it to Maxwell just because it's a solo artist as opposed to.
Is that the only reason? Because you got to say Wanye.
That's the only reason. I think Wanye is better than Maxwell when it comes to vocal ability.
There's no doubt. But Maxwell is huge.
Well, if you talk about tone,
it's a different type of singing.
Yeah, because somebody earlier said I didn't like watching Tanks. They didn't watch.
What they say?
He said they didn't like watching Tank's Tiny Desk because he did a lot of the Wanye stuff.
Did
he? Because he just comes from that thing. But
Tank ain't got it like that.
Maxwell can Tank. Well,
he ain't got it like that.
Let me tell you, Tank is. I like the fact that Tank's keeping R&B alive and keeping good sex music alive. The women love some Tank.
And that he took his shirt off too. You know what I'm saying?
But he's a beast. The Underdog's songwriting, but
that R&B Money podcast is brilliant though. One of my faves. Okay, so number 3 is Maxwell. We got a couple minutes here. Give me your number 2.
D'Angelo. D'Angelo
you
is
got
my
him
number 2.
High?
Brother. D'Angelo?
That high?
D'Angelo changed everything. D'Angelo
2 albums?
D'Angelo changed
2 albums.
How many albums did Bobby Brown have?
4.
Come on, brother. Come on. Besides Don't Be Cruel.
Don't Be Cruel. Bobby. Keep in mind he had a couple before that. Remember, Girl Next Door?
No. We talking about albums that changed everything. Don't Be Cruel. How many albums? It's like saying how many albums did Guy have?
Bobby was strong. That album.
How many albums did Guy have? 2.
Guy in the Future.
And Guy was the super group.
Yeah.
D'Angelo with Brown Sugar changed everything.
In what way? I don't buy that.
D'Angelo fully opened the door of neo soul. You talking about music?
I give that to Maxwell, not D'Angelo.
No.
Come on.
Brown Sugar?
Andy, don't you leave me out there by myself. Don't you leave me
Brown
out there.
Sugar. What year did Brown Sugar come out?
What? Somebody get them.
What's your number 2, Danny?
Oh, yeah, let's go. What's your number 2? Yeah,
we running out of time.
Plus. What is your number 2?
My number 2 is R. Kelly.
Guess we know who won that round.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Come on, Troy. Come on.
R. Kelly is.
That's hard because so R. Kelly is number 2. So who's your number 1? Because R. Kelly's my number 1.
That's a tough one because Usher is my number 1.
Oh hell no! So R.
What
Kelly
do you mean hell no?
So Usher's number 1. Boom.
What are you talking about? Yeah, we put R. Kelly at number 2 and we put Usher at number 1. How about that?
What? How did y'all do that?
Because R. Kelly already won.
R. Kelly's on number 2. He's on the list.
No. Okay, so we got to do the back. All right, let's do this quick.
All right, when we come forward, we will break down the brackets and try to come up with a champion in the next 10 to 12 minutes here. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. The Heat 16 with Troy Rollins inside the Danny Morrison Show. KBLA, stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Tina Turner's hometown to build a statue in her honor. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. On May 24, news spread of the death of the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner, who died at 83 years old. Turner's representatives say she died of natural causes after long illness. The mayor of Tina's hometown has since revealed plans to build a statue in honor of Turner. Bill Rawls Jr., mayor of Brownsville, reveals his hope to have the sculpture placed in Heritage Park near the high school Tina attended as a teenager. She was born in the same town in 1939. Rest in peace to the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner. I'm Maisha Cairo for KBLA Talk 1580, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
You're listening to K-Trip, where we play all the best classic water-wasting hits like watering your lawn during the hottest time of the day and leaky faucets. They're tunes from another time because now that we face a hotter, drier future, every drop counts. Despite an extremely wet winter, keep using less water, fixing leaks, and reusing indoor water for your garden. Visit SaveOurWater.com for more ways to conserve. Up next, brushing your teeth with the water on. K-Drip.
If you're a business owner or lead a nonprofit that's between 26 and 49 employees, please listen. Blendistry is proud to announce a new program whereby small businesses and nonprofits may qualify for reimbursement of COVID sick leave expenses incurred in 2021 or 2022. This program is administered by the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. Eligibility criteria apply and funding is limited. For more information, visit covidpaidsick.com. If you're a business owner or lead a nonprofit that has between 26 and 49 employees, please listen. Lendistry is proud to announce a new program whereby small businesses and nonprofits may qualify for reimbursement of COVID sick leave expenses incurred in 2021 or 2022. This program is administered by the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. For more information, visit covidpaidsick.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right, y'all, here we go. The Heat 16, we have our 16 of the top 90s male R&B artists, okay? Here it is real quick here. Gerald Levert, 16. 15, Dave Hollister. 14, Cisco. 13, Raphael Sadiq. 12, Bobby Brown. 11, Babyface. 10, Keith Sweat. 9, Brian McKnight. 8, Genuine. 7, KC. 6, Johnny Gill. 5, Will Downing. 4, Stokely. 3, Maxwell. 2, R. Kelly. Number 1, Usher. We now break them down in March Madness form, and Andy's got those. Go ahead and read those, King.
Absolutely. So the first round, KBLA YouTube. I need y'all to tap in. I need y'all to give y'all winners very, very quick if you guys can do this. So the first round, we got the first seed versus the 16 seed, which will be Usher versus Gerald Levert. First three votes.
Quick, y'all. First 3 votes.
We'll go to the next round.
Usher versus Gerald Levert.
Come on, y'all.
We'll go to that would be the third round.
Usher versus Gerald Levert.
Usher versus Gerald Levert.
Stay focused, y'all. Usher versus Gerald Levert. Who you got?
We got 10 minutes here. We're going to come up with it, even though we already know who
we got to vote for Gerald.
We got Gerald.
We got two votes for Gerald.
Are y'all kidding
Gerald won.
me?
Gerald knocked Usher out the bracket.
Are y'all kidding
We
me?
need one more.
One more Gerald.
One more.
Oh, my God.
We got 3 Geralds.
Gerald Levert. The old hit. Gerald Levert.
Gerald beating Usher?
If we talking about vote, it is probably is it mostly women?
All
right,
no, all fellas. Go ahead.
Next round, 8 versus 9. Genuine versus Brian McKnight. Genuine versus Brian McKnight.
Gerald, I got Gerald over here. Thanks, Stephen. I got Gerald over here. Thanks, Andre.
We got one Usher at the end. Give me
You late, B.
Come on, B.
Genuine versus Brian McKnight.
Genuine versus Brian McKnight. Who would you select?
Genuine
the 8-9 seeds, huh?
We got 1 vote for Brian.
We got a Brian. Forrest, okay. I see you. Appreciate you, King. Who else we got here?
Brian versus Genuine.
Come on.
Let's get it.
Top
Brian Genuine. Come on, who you?
Somebody put Genuine.
Who we got?
I got Brian over here.
We got 2 for Brian. We got Brian McKnight.
There's some upsets happening.
That's why they play the game.
That's why they play the game.
All right, next round, 5 versus 12. Will Downing versus Bobby Brown.
Y'all better not do this to me. Don't y'all leave
Will
me out by myself.
Downing versus
Bobby Brown.
Don't y'all leave me out here by myself now. Come on. This is an easy one, even though Troy would disagree. Come on now. Will Downing versus Bobby Brown.
Now we got people talking about singing. That's what these people are talking about now. They're talking about
Bobby can't
singing.
touch Will
We
Downing.
got 1 vote for Will Downing.
Oh, my God.
We got 1 vote for Bobby.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Bobby, got a Bobby over here.
Come on, Bobby. Where you at?
I got a Bobby over here.
We ain't counting you. You need to get that out of here.
Will versus Bobby Brown.
Come on. We need another Bobby. Give me a Bobby here.
Chat.
Will.
We got 2. It's
Bobby.
2-2.
Next vote gets it. Come on. It's 2-2 right now. Next vote on the YouTube feed. Will Downing and Bobby Brown. Who we got? Huh?
This is getting tight.
Troy, you may need to go on your feed.
I got a Will and a Bobby.
You got a Will and a Bobby.
I got a Will over here. I got
Okay.
a Bobby over here, Steph, and I got Will over here with Andre.
Oh, we got a
Sherelle, Will Downing.
Will Downing knocked
Sherelle-
out Bobby Brown.
Sherelle, you are banned from the show. Okay.
Let's go to the next round, man. 4 versus 13. We have Stokely versus Raphael Sadiq.
Ooh, Stokely versus Raphael Sadiq.
I like this round because they're
That's a
similar.
tough round.
I got the tiebreakers over here, so we'll see.
Stokely versus Raphael Sadiq. Come on, y'all.
Man, Stokely. I don't know. Raphael Sadiq is everything, though. Writer, producer,
Stokely,
manager, you know what I'm saying?
Stokely from Mint Condition versus Raphael Sadiq.
Solo artist and also led a band for a bunch of years.
We got 2 Raphaels.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, come on, Raphael. I think it's going to be
Stokely, Raphael Sadiq.
Give me one more, Raphael. We move on here. Come on. Because we got about 8 minutes here for the end of the show. We're trying to.
We got a Stokely. Raphael, boom, Raphael.
There we go.
Raphael, okay.
All right, next round, 6 versus 11. Johnny Gill versus Babyface.
Johnny Gill versus Babyface. Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Ooh.
That's tough. You would, once again, and Bobby, by the way, we haven't given Babyface his vocal talent. We haven't given him props on that. That dude can sing his behind off.
One of the baddest falsettos ever.
But next to Johnny Gill?
Well, we'll see what the audience say.
6 versus 11. Johnny Gill, Babyface.
Johnny Gill versus Babyface.
Johnny Gill versus Babyface.
90s.
Babyface.
We got 1 for Babyface. We got 2 for Babyface.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Clean sweep. Babyface goes on to the next round. Let's go on to the next round. 3 versus 14. Maxwell versus Cisco.
Maxwell versus Cisco. We talking about the top R&B artist of the male artist of the 90s.
Of the 90s. Maxwell versus Cisco.
I don't even think that's a battle.
Maxwell versus Cisco.
Maxwell gonna sweep this one, I think.
Well, let's see. Let's see him.
But of course, they killed me on Will Downing. So what am I gonna say? Give me a break.
I tell you.
I mean,
I was making the music. I'm seeing what they was doing.
I mean, Will Downing. I don't want to diss him. It sounds like I'm putting him down.
We got 1 for Maxwell.
Maxwell, come on.
Okay.
We got 1 for Cisco.
Cisco.
1-1.
If y'all choose Cisco over Maxwell, we gonna hang up right now.
There we go. Maxwell goes to the next round.
Maxwell. All right.
All right. Let's go to the 7 and 10 matchup. KC from Jodeci versus Keith Sweat. KC
from Jodeci
versus Keith Sweat.
Ooh.
Oh shucks.
That's tough right there.
We need to have it sponsored by Monster. Sponsored by
Monster Energy. Low carb. That's a tough one. KC versus Keith Sweat.
KC versus Keith Sweat.
And if you're talking body of work, KC's like, my boys over there.
Oh, no,
we got a pretty strong body of work ourselves over here.
We got 1 for Keith.
Sweat. We got Keith Sweat.
Although Keith is a solo artist, though.
We got 2 for. There we go. Oh no.
Oh, KC jumping in now. Keith Sweat
2-1.
It's Keith.
Keith and them.
Keith and them.
Keith goes to the next round. Last battle of the first round. Number 2 versus 15. R. Kelly versus Dave Hollister.
We got 5
R.
minutes.
Kelly versus Dave, top artist of the 90s. R. Kelly versus Dave Hollister.
By the
Troy
way,
and Danny, y'all might have to take over for the tournament.
That's R. Kelly. Come on, man.
R. Kelly versus Dave Hollister.
That's R. Come on.
Take your biases out of this now.
Come on now.
Oh yeah. We're past. We're talking about the 90s, so we had to jump back.
We got 4.5 minutes now.
Troy and Danny, y'all gonna take over. We got 2 for R. Kelly.
Let's
1
take
more.
Over. Let's take over. It's R. Kelly. Put R. Kelly down. Okay.
There we go. R. Kelly. So
we got R. Kelly versus Gerald Levert.
No, we don't.
We don't? Oh, I got it wrong.
I got it right here.
Go
What's
for
the
it.
bracket? What's the bracket?
First round of the second round, we have Gerald Levert
Uh-huh.
versus Brian McKnight.
Who you got? I got to give that to Brian, personally.
Brian McKnight.
All right, Brian.
I'm with you, Brian. Next round, Will Downing versus Raphael Sadiq.
You know I'm going Sadiq. Come on now.
I'll be the tiebreaker.
I gotta say Will.
Sadiq moves on.
All right, Sadiq.
Thank you.
Babyface versus Maxwell.
Oh shit.
I'm going face on that one. And I love Maxwell, but I got to go face. Where you at?
Who do we go with?
Babyface versus Maxwell.
3.5 minutes.
Maxwell?
You going Maxwell?
Yeah.
I'll rock with you. Maxwell.
No. What did you say, Danny?
I said Babyface.
Babyface goes to the next round.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Last round.
Yeah.
Keith Sweat versus R. Kelly.
Come on, man.
That's R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
That's easy.
R. Kells. All right.
All right, here we go.
got
We got the
face.
final four.
The final 4.
Who's going against who?
Brian McKnight versus Raphael Sadiq.
Brian.
That's Brian.
I got Brian.
Yeah.
All right, Brian McKnight. Babyface versus R. Kelly.
2 singer-songwriter producers right there. 2 of the all-time greats, by the way.
But if I just talk, that's hard.
This should have been the finals right here.
Yes, that's it.
hard.
That's not an easy one right there. You could easily make the case for either one right there.
But if I'm always gonna lean into sex music, that's the problem.
Well, this conversation's over. Babyface ain't got no sex music. He got
he got a lot of love music.
Making music.
Yeah.
I'll make love to you.
Yeah. 7 whole things. No, that wasn't. I think 7 whole days. No.
Come on, judges.
I'm going Babyface.
I think R. Kelly. I gotta.
Come on, Troy. Where
I already know who Andy gonna go with. So
where we at?
I gotta go with R. Kelly.
Andy, go ahead and say.
90s. We talking about the 90s.
R. Kelly.
I know you
moves
were
on
say
to the
that.
next round.
And
Face. I'm sorry, Face.
And Brian McKnight versus R. Kelly. Come on, man.
Like I thought. And I'm sorry, y'all. It's jacked up. It might be locked up for the rest of it ever. But when it comes to 90s R&B, I had him as number one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I started with him on the list.
The first champion of the Heat 16 is R. Kelly as the greatest 90s R&B male artist.
Danny's face.
It's really no.
There's no. Yo, it was sad.
Usher should have been right there.
No, not the 90s, 2000s, all day.
Come on, man.
Usher has a great body of work. He's doing some great stuff in Vegas, but couldn't nobody. Let me tell you, Born to the 90s was one thing, Honey Love and all that, but when R. Kelly, and you got to think about it, not only did he come out
real quick with
12 play, 12 play alone.
24 play.
Oh, my goodness. You could just leave 12 play on. I have an incident with 12 play when it left on. But then R came out, too.
How can people get in contact with you, and how can they see you live?
Hey, y'all. This Sunday, Father's Day, I'll be at the Taste of Inglewood. I'll be hosting the Taste of Inglewood in Inglewood. Get the information. Go to tasteofinglewood.com. On the 24th, I'll be at the Black House in NoHo doing the Black Jokes, BLAQ.
That's how we do. You know we do.
Big fundraiser coming up this month at Sarah High School. I'll be hosting that. Great bands over there. DJ Rich Girl. Big shout out to mylegacyhouse.org. Mylegacyhouse.org.
Love me some Brittany.
Britt Morris and the family. Go to mylegacyhouse.org on September 16th. Get your behind. I almost said something else. Get your behind to Los Angeles for Cigar Sips and Socials live.
And you were fantastic.
2 events
tonight,
one
Ken.
day. Brother, I appreciate you.
Mm.
Always giving me hospitality and love. Doing real radio.
You know
how hard it is to find real radio?
Real talk. That is Troy Rollins. I'm Danny Morrison. You guys enjoy your Juneteenth weekend. I will talk to you very soon. Good luck. God bless. Go. Keep it on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. R. Kelly, really?
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Moore. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network in California. San Francisco Mayor, African-American London Breed, is firing back at critics over her decision to arrest drug users to get them into treatment. The mayor didn't mince any words after Supervisor Dan Preston pushed back on her approach Tuesday.
Here we go, another white man who's talking about black and brown people as if you're the savior of those people and you speak for them.
Breed has instructed the police department to arrest and detain people who are high on drugs and once sober, offer them services. In Massachusetts, a mural is being created in Springfield to honor Oscar-winning costume designer African-American Ruth Carter. She was the